Hello, hello. We are live. We are excited to be here. Let's see, where. All right, there we are. We are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Good. Well, I am excited to be here. We have an amazing guest with us today. And we are going to talk about our series that we have of identifying and embracing a worry-free lifestyle. We are in part 8. And I just want to welcome you all. We are going to start doing things just a tad bit different here. And I just want to say thank you. Let me go ahead and put the music out so that it's not... There we go. And so I just want, the wind is going a little brisky, but this is wonderful. There's nothing better than just to be outside in Wellness Wellbeing Wednesday. And welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to be talking about reading. And I'm just excited about that. I popped some questions in there, and we have a speaker, Dela Martin with Dela Teaches. But before we get started, as I always like to do, I just want to take a moment of stillness for anyone that is out there that may be hurting, struggling, suffering, going through a trauma or just a tragedy. We've had tragedies in Uvalde, the horrific wars in Ukraine, or there just might be something happening within your own country, within your own state, within your own family, or maybe even more personally within you and your body and yourself. So this is just a moment asking God to put a hedge of protection over our world, our country, our home, and most important, ourself. Thank you for this stillness. Thank you so much. Well, we have a lot of awarenesses that we have this month that I have been talking about that I do want to celebrate. We've got HIV, AIDS awareness. We have the Universal Human Rights Awareness, Seasonal Affective Disorder. It's called SADS. And that's another reason why I want to really just dive in to say there are so many different ways for us to deal with stress and anxiety and worry. National Hand Washing Awareness, World AIDS. We also had on the 3rd of the month, we had the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. Well, I don't do well with that dis. I like to call it unique differing abilities, because that is just something that we are all unique in our way. And it's not just the day, but it's the month and the year. International Migrants, National Day Champagne. And of course, we've got National Grief Awareness, but I could not go without saying the World Cup 2022, Copa Mundial. I don't have my colors on today, but vamos Argentina. Well, my name is Michelle Maynard MacArthur, and I am your hospitality health and wellness strategist that is here to help guide you through a positive process for change. And that is with a lean, holistic healing approach from the inside out. That stands for our pillars of lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition. My devotion is to help you executives, entrepreneurs, retirees improve your health and well-being while you find that perfect mind, body, and soul balance between your self-care, family, work, and play. And the tips are being brought to you today by MacArthur Accommodations, where we are a hospitality, health and wellness coaching and consulting advisement company that does, we just specialize in that overall optimal health and wellness worldwide, with those innovations to reflect, recharge, and renew yourself one step at a time. So without further ado, I want to just talk about our special guest, Dela. Dela, thank you for being here. I'm just so excited to have you. And for those that don't know Dela, I'm going to have her a mom of two boys that lives in Maryland, USA. And her love is just to read. And she is passionate about that, about sharing that joy of reading. So, as I mentioned, we're going to be discussing the benefits of reading to a healthy lifestyle and the power that books hold to release us from worry and anxiety. So, my question for you, if you are just coming, tell us where you are in the world and what role can reading play in your worry free lifestyle? So, Dela, thank you so much for being here again. And I'm just going to pass it over. You share. I can't wait to hear some golden nuggets.
Okay. So I am just absolutely passionate about reading. And it's one of those things that we are not born doing. It's something that we have to be taught how to do. And it's also something that needs to be practiced, a habit. And I am especially passionate about using reading as a way of relaxation. Um, Using reading as a way, it's not just about learning new stuff and just like cramming it all in, as a way of just like escaping, going to different places, traveling. I'm not outside. It's so funny. You were saying, Michelle, that you were outside, and that was like your happy, fun, relaxing place. I was supposed to take a nap today, but instead I read. I read in bed, and that was a way, to like center me instead of napping. I read something for fun. So I'm really just passionate about sharing the fact that if you are a language learner, and if you love to read in your language, why not try and pick up that reading habit in English? And then, we also talked earlier today about just like the benefits of reading. For your a couple of things that it does is it keeps your mind, you know, it helps you with symptoms of depression. If you're feeling kind of like low vibrational, you pick up, something inspirational, you pick up, some fiction or like a fairy tale, and it just kind of helps you. Your blood pressure helps you with your blood pressure, and just like stress in general. And I wasn't always a reader. I stopped reading, and I realized that it's something that I can do to lift my vibration, you know, because there's just so much stuff out there, so many different genres, so many different topics of things that you can pick up and read, so much to explore. And if you pick up something and you don't like it, put it down. You don't have to read it. So yeah. Yeah.
And you're so right with that, Dela. And what I'd like to know just too is we're just here for just a few minutes, but tell us just a little bit about yourself of why you're so passionate about using reading as a tool for the language of learning.
Yeah, it is a way to help you increase your vocabulary, and that's really important to developing fluency in English. And it's a way to kind of increase your understanding of different topics. I, I want my students, who love to read in their own language, to build up that habit and be able to build the confidence to read, in English. And not only that, reading is just one of the tools, but it helps you increase in all areas of English. So, like, you're reading a book, you are talking about something interesting that happened in that book with a friend or in a book club, right? So that's that conversational piece of listening and speaking about it. And then, maybe you want to share that on Instagram, or start, your own Bookstagram account. So you're sharing your book reviews, your book recommendations in writing. So I see it as just a way to help you increase in all areas of English language fluency. It's one of the tools that you can use. And that's how I use it with my students. So, yeah.
I love it. Well, and you also mentioned so many of the benefits of reading as a healthy lifestyle, and that part is why I just wanted you to come on. And then you said you were going to take a nap, and you and I've had good conversations too, because it's like that just brings the body, the heart rate, the stress of that
Mhm.
stillness, which is
Yeah.
why I always like to start my tips with that stillness. It helps that brain recharge. But one of the questions I have for you is, what power does books hold to release you from the worry and anxiety that you would say? Obviously, we talked about the blood pressure down and
Yeah.
anxiety and the passions, but what else would you say as a teacher with your students? And you even have adult students.
Mhm. They're powerful. It's really powerful. I think it's really about, if you're not in such a great place, if you're not in such a great state, there are, you can stay down, you can stay down and not do anything about it, or you can just do like little tiny things to kind of get you out of that funk or to move you towards, a higher vibration. And, some people pick up the Bible, and that speaks to them. Some people, pick up, romance or, there's just so many things to read to get you out of, to help you. It's not
Love it.
more than that, spend.
And while I'm putting my glasses on and off, that was something that really came to me, because what about, even while we're in, I call it the differing abilities month, of someone that may have that visual, that, oh my goodness, I've got ADD, ADHD, I've got astigmatism, I've got different vision, that the words jump around, they do the salsa dance, but there's still ways that we can read. Share with the listeners.
I'm a big fan of audiobooks. I sometimes practice something called parallel reading, and it's where I'm reading, the physical book, I'm listening to the audiobook, I'm looking at the electronic book. So if you have like visual issues, you can increase the size. You can, with Audible, you can even use the bookmark function on Audible. If you have like a quote, you can actually use the bookmark function to collect that audio soundbite if you're visually impaired. So I am a big fan of, you don't, if you struggle with, you know like actually like physical books, there are other ways to get access to these materials. I also use it's the website, I think it's Archive Library, I think, and they actually have books that are scanned, like actual physical books scanned, and if you need to listen to the audio for a lot of books, and it's free. So that's another really great resource to check out.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to just come on just for a snippet. We did a full hour with questions on Clubhouse today for anyone that may want to just reach out to say. But if people want to get in touch with you, Dela, is it DelaTeaches.com?
Yes, that is
Okay,
my
let's see if
website.
I
I'm
can.
really active on Instagram, so you can also find me on
Do I have it
my.
right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So that's my
Perfect.
website. You can learn more about me and the book clubs that I run for English language learners, as well as my reading know-how program, to help you kind of elevate your English through reading.
Love it. Thank you so much, Dela. I'm just grateful. I'm
Yeah.
honored that we speak on multiple platforms together,
Yeah.
and you are just a joy. And there's that similarity of where it is health and wellness, and
Yeah.
you do so much. Thank you for being a teacher. Thank you for paying it forward to so many. And just doing your passion, because you did other things before. What
I
did you do
did.
before?
Um, I did a lot of stuff. So I was a legal secretary at one point. I worked in nonprofits. I was a principal's assistant. I taught for 2 years
Love
in
it.
a public school in New York City. And I've just literature and reading and literacy has just been something that I've always just loved to learn about, to talk about, to help people with. So
And you've got that expertise in those other areas because you did that before, and now you can bring that, full circle with just a well-rounded area of expertise that you have.
Mhm.
Well, I hope you guys have gotten great value. This is just a little snippet of what our tips are today for Wellness Wednesday. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Dela Teaches, her website's there. She teaches if you're looking to learn English as a second language. Reach out to her. She's got a book club. She's got so many different things that I will have her drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
Also, some of her platforms that you can reach out. But most of the time, I think you can find her on Instagram, correct?
Yeah,
And
that's
you're,
right.
It's Dela Teaches.
Yeah, at Dela Teaches on Instagram. Same, yeah. Mhm.
That's where we hang sometimes. So we've got some great things that you can go, lots of information that she has. But I want to wish you guys off on a beautiful, prosperous, and blessed day. Most important, filled with abundant health. Go get hydrated, go move, get outside, and do something for yourself to be healthy. Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Going to sign out. God bless you. Bye bye.
Bye.